What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my new player progression playthrough in 2020. Now, this episode, of course, last time around we busted into Chaos 4 for the first time. Now that we're starting to hit the latter half of Chaos tiers, it does take more and more maps to get through that tier to get the champion score you need, which means I need to get some more Chaos 4 going. Now, to kind of mix it up and not bore myself and do the exact same thing over and over again with just the aura spam, I decided this time around we're going to throw some explosive traps in the mix. Now, we're basically using the exact same theory. The only difference is we're using a different defense. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull everything off of my explosive traps. And what do we want? Deadly Strikes is pretty questionable, but I don't have a range gambit yet, so let's just go ahead and go with it. So, defense rate, destruction, Deadly Strikes here as well. I think I might change around my Skyguard a little. In fact, let's grab this destruction and defense rate, and we'll just add both of those in here in the Skyguard. Now, my Skyguard is hurting for range, there's no doubt. We do have a little bit more ascension to spend, so once again, most important thing in utility is going to be defense crit chance. Most important thing in the defense category will be defense speed, and then anything in the offense category since we're not using that hero as offense. I'm going to do the exact same thing basically on all of my heroes. That way I know throughout this playthrough I'll be able to maximize any build potential that I want to use on the various chaos tiers. So once we get that all in, let's see, let's go ahead and set it up with some walls. I think I do still want to have a lightning strike aura at my main wall, but you know what, let's just not even bother with that. Let's go with, we know we're going to have 2 sets of flyers, so let's go with 2 sky guards to handle these flyers, and those of course will overlap. And the dive bombers might give me a problem, but I think the rest of the mobs will be okay. And we've got what? We've got about 410 DU to spend per lane. So that's what? Just over 130 per lane, which is going to be 6 explosive traps in each lane. And then I can probably add on a little bit more on one of the tougher lanes. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and throw the explosive traps. Let's go 2 of them on the wall. And then just stack them as close as I can get them. 4, 5, and 6. It's the trap version of aura spam, y'all. We're just spamming traps instead of spamming auras. Now, I'm at the point in my playthrough, of course, I do have 1 full set of shards. However, that's all I've got. I just don't have many of the shards I need. And, of course, not having the shards means those defenses are probably not going to help you out all that much without having them properly sharded. So I'm reducing the amount of defenses I need to use per map, basically, and we'll spend all the extra DU in this lane to make it all the way out. Now, we do want to make sure we're getting plenty of damage in up front, so let's, you know what, let's upgrade the Sky Guards. Here we go. Now let's go ahead and check out Wave 1 and see how these explosive traps do. Now, not an ideal setup, of course. Tooltip DPS is showing 138,000, so far from being superior in the explosive trap department. However, we're only in Chaos 4, and it should be more than enough to get the job done here. You see, it is just devastating mobs. Explosive traps can be really strong. They do have one little proximity thing a lot of people are aware of, some folks aren't. The farther away from the explosive trap, the smaller the amount of damage. So the farther away from the epicenter of the explosion, the damage drop-off goes up. It's really not excessive. You just want to make sure that you're doing semi-decent placement in your lanes, just to make sure that, ideally, the bulk of the damage is coming from directly over the trap. Of course, since I put 2 on the walls there, that's not really going to happen here yet. Wow, they were both standing right on top of that one, so I lucked out with this explosive trap over in this corner. But this is actually, to be honest with you, it feels better than doing auras right now. Now, I'm a big monk fanboy. We all know it. I would be playing the monk actively right now if I would have found a crane stance shard, but I haven't found one yet. So as soon as I do find that crane stance, I'll be switching over to the monk. But yeah, man, auras are the traps, pardon me, are the real deal. There's no doubt about it. Even early game when you're progressing. Now, of course, the trifecta of shards is probably not the best to have. Deadly strikes you could do without if you wanted to. Not so much because of the damage drop-off, because it is going to extend the amount of damage it does, so even 25% damage is better than 0 damage, but just to maximize the power, there's, explosive traps are just a fine candidate later on in game for, like, destruction stacking, or using one of the other shards, like Fire for Effect. Fire for Effect, I believe, drops relatively early. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure on that one. But I have yet to encounter one yet. But these explosive traps are just devastating. Holy crap, man. Look at them go. They are wrecking it. Now, of course, I'm not in the first time through Chaos 4 bracket anymore. I'm now in full Chaos 4 gear. And that, of course, makes me, powerful enough for this area. I'm actually confident I could beat Chaos 5 right now if I just had the champion score to unlock it. But that's the goal of going through these maps. I think after this one, I'm not going to be all the way. However, I'll be close enough where I think I'm going to be comfortable just spending some of my crafting materials and upgrading to unlock the next tier. But we will see how that goes for sure. I still have like 300 champion score to climb, so I'm sure the upgrades from this map, plus some crafting materials, and there's no doubt in my mind I will have Chaos 5 unlocked then. Come on down, little Malthus. Not doing the most damage here, that is for sure. And I absolutely cannot stand Scattershot, but this is the best bow I've found so far. So I figured I'd stick with it. Alright, Malthus' turn to hit me. Actually, dude's right on top of that explosive trap now, so it's just a matter of time. And there we go. Very, very nice, and a smooth Wave 2 completion. Now let's see, let's go ahead and throw some ups over here. Let's just get the whole lane. I think this lane is just going to be just annihilating everything now. I have a little bit more mana left. I do indeed. We'll throw an upgrade on this Skyguard as well. And get Wave 3 rolling around here. Traps for the win, y'all. Good stuff. Good stuff. Once again, the challenge here is you don't want to use projectile defenses. Projectile defenses, of course, are either going to be absorbed or reflected, depending on how you hit the mob and what mob you're hitting. So auras traps are definitely just a natural choice, but it is fun to mix it up every now and then. By default, I normally use auras, but that's just because of my love for the monk. Traps are definitely effective as well. They are just getting it. See, we got a Slakelion, and what else? Quibs over here? Make sure we get these Lady Orcs burned out here really quick. Alright, Lady Orcs are down. And I think it's actually a good game now. Quibbly is actually right on top of my explosive trap, so I can just kind of ignore him, I think. He is getting low, that is for sure. Now I do have that Skelly. Alright, Quibs is down. How we doing? Slakelion got his butt just walloped there. But we're in good shape now, but it's important to remember it's only Wave 3, so we're going to have to deal with Slakelion right on our wall here. On Wave 4 and on Wave 5 now. See if we can't get rid of that dude. Be seeing ya. And what do we want to do? Well, we know we're going to have Slakelion right here, so I think the obvious choice is to jack these traps up a little. Oops. Let's hit this one instead. Yeah, we'll hit all of those. A lot of times Slakellion likes to turn around and walk back up the lane. We'll have to see if he does that here. And we got enough left for what? Well, nothing there. We can get another upgrade out over here for sure. There we go. And wave number 4, we've got what? We've got an ogre there, and we've got a cannon ogre here. So first things first, of course, we've got Slakellion right up in our business. And he did turn around and is walking back up the lane. That dude is a derp. There is no doubt. This way, bro. This way. Yeah, he's not having it. Only on certain maps. I think what the Crumbled Bulwark map is probably the worst. Dude will walk halfway around the map and back around down a different lane on that one. The only thing I'm really worried about is these dive-bombing kobolds, but it looks like with the move there on putting that defense rate and destruction on my Skyguard paid off, even with having the crap range. Let's see how this Cannon Ogre holds up. Now, of course, the Cannon Ogre is going to just obliterate that wall. I want to try to keep him stunned up if possible. Actually, he's getting it dealt to him. We can go ahead and throw an upgrade on that. And there we go, Cannon Ogre down. That was really the challenge there. You see that Ogre in the main lane just got beat up right here, so we were in good shape on that one. A few more respawns. Oh, that mage isn't down yet. There we go. Alright. So wave 5 is upon us. Ooh. There's a nice 6 of 10 relic. That will be a definite upgrade on something. Yeah, let's see. We've got 800 left. Now, we've got, what, a Tuskar there. We've got a Siege Roller and the Captain over here. So let's just go ahead and throw some upgrades on this Captain lane just to get it really good and juicy. And you see, the Explosive Trap is dishing out a nice amount of damage. You know, it's attacking once a second, but it's doing 523,000 attack damage once a second there. And obviously the 552k DPS is just not even remotely accurate when calculating in the crit. Let's see. How are these? 276k over here at tier 2. Alright, 200 left. Let's just do that and call it good. Starting off with Slakellion, of course, but dude decided to walk all the way down the lane last time. So we really got nothing to worry about from him. Is he going to come back down? Yeah. He's coming the right way this time. He's a little slow. He wasn't sure exactly what he needed to get handled there. And we got a Nash tearing things up over here. Get a stun on Nash. That will help out tremendously. And there we go. Good stuff. With Berserker Lady Orcs, of course, being the special Chaos 4 enemy, Nash can be one of the special bosses. And particularly early game, Nash is not to be ignored. She will rush down the lane, and she will tear things up super duper quick. Let's see how this Captain fares here. I actually want to not do anything and see what happens to him as it comes down. Oh, he's at almost half health. Oh, wow. The Captain got brutalized. That was just rude. How about Tuskar? Tuskar's a little tougher. But still just getting tore up. I mean, one little stun would just make all the difference in the world there. And Tuskar is burned down into nothing. Now, however, we got a Siege Roller, and my DPS is definitely not very good at all. Now, I was hoping to find Crane Stance by now, but haven't found it, so got to do what I can. Once again, same as every other tier, we're using construction, so this roller really cannot get through that wall. All I have to do is just spam repair the wall, and the roller has no chance of ever knocking it down. But looks like we're going to do pretty good here. And roller is down. So that is a look at a little bit of a different build as you're progressing in Dungeon Defenders 2 using the mighty Explosive Trap. So that will do it for this episode. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. I will be back soon with more Dungeon Defenders 2. I'll see you next time.